Buongiorno. Let's kick things off with a velvety espresso at Sant'Eustachio, a legendary go-to on Roma's coffee culture scene. Feeling more awake? Great, just in time for diving into the Renaissance vibes of the Regola and Parione districts. Our first stop is Campo dei Fiori Square, which has a rich history as a horse market and an execution ground in the 1600s. Today it's known for its colourful fruit, vegetable and flower market. Across Corso Vittorio Emanuele Shopping Street, let's walk on to Piazza Navona to admire the elaborate Fountain of the Rivers and the Caravaggio paintings that adorn the interiors of San Luigi dei Francesi Church. As we stroll down Via del Governo Vecchio, let's soak in the history of this neighborhood full of antique shops. Time for a small foodie stop. We're at Supplizio, a laid-back spot dedicated to supplé, Roman-style croquettes. It's like stepping into a culinary time capsule with a modern twist.
Per quanto questo mondo vada di corsa, c'è sempre bisogno della tradizione perché fa sentire evidentemente le persone più ancorate a un passato. Noi abbiamo creato questo posto proprio per rimetterlo al centro della tradizione di street food di Roma. Quindi un format nuovo che vede una lavorazione del tutto differente.
These fried rice balls are the stars here.
Cucinati come dei risotti e al centro poi va messa la mozzarella e poi vanno passati nell'uovo e poi dopo nel pane e poi fritti al momento.
Especially the classic ones with rice, tomato, mozzarella and chicken. But don't miss out on the cacio e pepe or amatriciana versions. After lunch, it's time for another walk. From Quirinal Square, let's wander through the lively Monti district to the Imperial Forums. History buffs love the markets of Trajan, the ancient houses on Caelian Hill, and Torre Grillo. Let's wrap up at the breathtaking Capitoline Square, designed by Michelangelo, where Marcus Aurelius's statue proudly stands. Here, the energy of times past feels almost palpable. After all that walking, you've earned a little break. It's time to unwind with a drink at the St. Regis Grand Hotel's Lumen Bar, an elegant spot with a turn-of-the-century vibe that attracts both locals and travelers. The must-try here is the Mediterranean Bloody Mary, blended with Italian spices. And at 7 p.m, don't miss the champagne sabering. Time for dinner. A short walk away is Orma, a brand-new Michelin-starred gem run by the Colombian chef Roy Caceres. His dishes are a fusion of Lazio's finest ingredients and his South American roots.
Allora, la connessione con la cucina romana e con l'intorno di Roma sono alcuni produttori di alcuni formaggi che stanno nel Reatino piuttosto che vicino Roma. A caso abbiamo un orto nella zona di Ardea, un orto biologico in collaborazione con l'azienda agricola Santa Teresa che ci permette di accorciare le distanze su molti ingredienti che andavamo a prendere fuori dall'Italia e siamo riusciti a domesticarli qua e forniamo il ristorante Orma di quasi il 50% del nostro fabbisogno di erbe e vegetali. È un lavoro che facciamo sulla sostenibilità. Nei miei piatti è il coriandolo, dosato sempre con molta cura, però il coriandolo lo trovo spesso nei miei piatti. In questo momento stiamo usando la polpa del cacao e ci piace cambiare molto in base alla reperibilità dei prodotti.
It's a real culinary journey that you won't forget in a hurry. You might think that the notion of the boutique hotel is a recent phenomenon, but Rome's Hotel Locarno was serving up a uniquely eccentric brand of glamorous hospitality as early as the 1970s. As a guest house, it dates back even further, the main building to 1925, when its Art Nouveau architectural style was the state of the art, and an adjacent villa all the way back to 1905. Thanks to previous generations of owners' modern flair, it's kept itself splendidly up to date, and its multiple layers of history lend it a depth that other 21st century boutique hotels enviable depth. The location, just off the Piazza del Popolo, is beautifully central. Your arrival is suitably grand, and while the most basic rooms are comfortable, another consequence of the Locarno's particular era. They offer a magnificent atmosphere and each have a feeling of grandeur. The suites, of course, are another story entirely. Good morning. We're starting with a stroll through the colourful alleys of Trastevere, Rome's historic working-class district. Cross Via della Lungara to find the spectacular Palazzo Corsini and the idyllic Botanical Garden. A few minutes away are Castel Sant'Angelo and the Vatican Museums, which should be on your list too for the artworks. And for a panoramic view of the city, head up Janiculum Hill. Trust us, the view is worth the climb. Lunch today is at Osteria Grappolo d'Oro, a long-standing favorite near Piazza Navona and Campo de Fiori.
Diciamo che l'Osteria del Grappo d'Oro la presenterei innanzitutto come l'osteria della convivialità, della tradizione romana, dell'attaccamento alla materia prima del territorio che viviamo, quindi della campagna romana e dei territori vicini comunque al Lazio e alla campagna romana. I mitici anni 60, quando questo posto veniva frequentato da Federico Fellini e da altri registi del suo calibro.
This place is all about classic Roman cuisine. Think homemade ravioli, Roman-style salt cod, burrata and anchovy millefeuille, or hearty roast lamb in a cozy, rustic setting with a nostalgic 1970s rock and blues soundtrack that's always playing. Now, let's switch it up with a visit to the Coppodei district. It's famous for its early 20th century architecture, designed by the architect and sculptor Gino Coppodei. This area is a real treat in terms of Italian Art Nouveau buildings. Before we head to dinner, let's take a break with a drink at the Hôtel de Russie, a popular hangout with locals for its huge garden, all 900 square meters of it. It's planted with yews and palm trees, and roses adorn the ruined buildings, making the space feel like a Borghese estate. It's so quiet here that you'll forget you're in the heart of Rome. The new cocktail menu of the Stravinsky Bar is also worth a look. Created by the internationally renowned cocktail maestro Salvatore Calabrese, he crafted new signature drinks inspired by both the secret garden of Hôtel de Russie and Russian composer Igor Stravinsky's opera, The Rite of Spring. The Esmeralda is our favorite here. Finish your day with a meal at L'Arcangelo for its traditional Lazio dishes.
Allora io descriverei questo mio ristorante a qualcuno che non mi conosce come un ristorante di forte tradizione della cucina romana, ovviamente in continuo movimento, visto che la tradizione per me è stato sempre dinamismo, quindi dinamicità e quindi contestualizzare e modernizzare le antiche ricette.
Chef Arcangelo Dandini's creations are packed with flavor and made with the best local ingredients. Over the years, this place has become a favorite among Rome's foodies. Let's wrap up our Roman weekend at the Hassler Hotel, awarded 1 Michelin key, perched at the top of the steep Spanish steps that lead from the Piazza di Spagna to the Trinità dei Monti Church. A historic hotel run by the same Swiss family since the 1890s, in a style with varied influences from both sides of the 20th century. The most luxurious suites, including the captivating Hassler penthouse, have surprisingly modern lines. A Roman icon with some of the city's most dazzling views from the Michelin-starred Imago restaurant. It is complemented by the discreet Hassler bar, inspired by the glamour of the 1950s. It's the perfect ending to your Roman getaway. We've explored historic streets, enjoyed delicious local cuisine, and felt the city's unique charm. From the vibrant markets of Campo dei Fiori to the elegant Hassler Hotel, every moment has been unforgettable. Make sure to check our Rome travel guide on the Michelin Guides website and app for more Italian adventures. Until then, arrivederci and happy travels.